Everybody has one, right? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll read it. It's hard to read it when you're used to singing it, but I'm going to read it for you slowly. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kimalkenu, Ein Kemoshienu. Mi Cheloheinu, Mi Chadonenu, Mi Chimalkenu, Mi Chemoshienu. Noda Leloheinu, Noda Ladonenu, Noda Limalkenu, Noda Lemoshienu. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shehiktiru Avotenu Lifanecha et Ketoret Hasamim. So you see every paragraph is really the same except for the first word or two. It's the same 4 endings. So why don't we try and, well, let's everybody take one paragraph and then we'll try and sing it together. So somebody want to start with the Ains? Arlene Schwartz.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Malkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu.
Perfect. Great. Arlene Fisher, you want to do the next one? Me.
Me. Oh, it is different when you're when just me Keloheinu, me Kadonenu, me Kamalkenu, me Kemoshienu.
Right. Good. And the next one. I want to try. Cindy, you want to try? Cindy, you didn't unmute.
Cindy, you're still muted.
There you go.
Okay. Noda Leloheinu, Noda La Donenu, Noda Limalkenu, Noda Lemoshienu.
Perfect. Everyone's great. And the next paragraph. Betty, you want to try?
Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Melachenu, Baruch Moshienu.
Okay, good. And Celia.
Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkenu, Atahu Moshienu.
Great. Do you want to try the last line too, Celia?
Okay.
That's the hard line.
Atahu Shahit Taru Avo Tenu Lif Neka et Ka Ki Toret Ha Samim.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So that's an easy prayer. because we're all used to it and it's very repetitive. And now we're going to try the Ashrei, which is not easy. So I don't know if you do it silently. Some synagogues do it silently, some do it out loud. I don't know. I'm going to put it on YouTube first, I guess, because it's not in Hinene. So let me just find the YouTube of Ashrei. And if you want to follow in your Siddur, it's page 151 in Sin Shalom and 181 in Lev Shalem. Find it.
I think it's funny that nowadays I don't know whether to start left or right when I'm reading. I end up switching it back.
Ashrei. Ashrei Yoshevei Betecha, Hodi Hallelujah Selah. Ashrei Ha'am Shekacha Lo, Ashrei Ha'am Shadonai Elohav, Tehillah LeDavid. Arumimcha Elohai HaMelech, Va'avarecha Shimecha Le'olam Va'ed. B'chol Yom Avarechecha, V'halela Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Gadol Adonai u'mehulal me'od, V'li gedulato ein cheker. Dur ledor yishabach ma'asecha, U'gvurotecha yagidu. Hadar kivod hodecha, V'divrei niflotecha asicha. Ve'ezuz noreotecha yomeru, U'gedulatecha asaprena. Zecher rabtu b'cha yabiu, V'tzidkatecha yiranenu. Chanun v'rachum Adonai, Erech apayim u'gdol chesed. Tov Adonai lakol, V'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, V'chasidecha yivarechucha. Yevod malechutecha yomeru, V'gvuratecha yedaberu. Lehodia livnei ha'adam giburotav, U'chevod hadar malechuto. Malechutecha malechut kol olamim, U'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Tomech Adonai lechol hanoflim, V'zokef lechol hakfufim. Einei chol elecha yisaberu, Ve'ata noten lahem et ochlam be'ito. Poteach et yadecha, U'maspia lechol chai ratzon. Tzadik Adonai b'chol derachav, V'chasid b'chol ma'asav. Karov Adonai lechol kore'av, Lechol asher yikra'uhu ve'emet. Ritzon yire'av ya'aseh, Ve'et shavatav yishma v'yoshiyem. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, Ve'et kol harsha'im yashmid. Tehillat Adonai yidaber pi, Vivarech kol basar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed. V'anachnu nevarech ya, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hallelujah.
Okay. So if you look at your Siddur, this is also an acrostic, this prayer. So every line begins with another letter of the alphabet. You see Ashrei, the first two lines begin with Aleph, the second one with Bet, the third one with Gimel, Daled, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud. So it follows the alphabet. I think there's one letter that's missing, the Nun is not part of it. So it's easy to find your spot when they're reading that prayer, because if you listen to the first word and you're mixed up, you can look for the next letter of the alphabet. So, when we taught this to first graders, once they did that, we knew they knew Hebrew. This prayer has every letter in it and every vowel and every sound. So I'm going to read it in the Siddur, and then we can try reading it. Before we start, if you count down 1, 2 to the third line that begins with Tehillah, you see that? Tehillah LeDavid. It's sung Tehillah LeDavid. It means a psalm by David. And lots of the prayers begin like that with the words Tehillah LeDavid. They're the ones that are attributed to King David writing. So whenever you see that, it's a clue that it's a psalm. Okay, line 1. Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha Od Yahalelucha Selah. Ashrei Ha'am Shekacha Lo. Ashrei Ha'am She'Adonai Elohav. Tehillah LeDavid. Aramimcha Elohai HaMelech Va'avarcha Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Bechol Yom Avarchecha V'Hahalla Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Gadol Adonai Umhulal Me'od. Deli Dulato Ein Cheker. Dor Ledor Yeshabach Ma'asecha. Ugvurotecha Yagido. Now, the next page on Sim Shalom. Hadar Kivod Hodecha V'divrei Niflotecha Asicha. Ve'ezuz Norotecha Yomero. Ugdulatcha Asaprena. Zecher Rav Tuvcha Yabiu. Vetzid Katecha Yiranenu. Chanun V'rachum Adonai. Erech Apayim Ugdal Chased. Tov Adonai Lakol. V'rachamav Al Kol Ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai Kol Ma'asecha. V'chasidecha Yivarchucha. Kevod Malchutecha Yomero. Ugvuratecha Yidabeiro. Lehodia Livnei Ha'adam Gevurotav. Uchvod Hadar Malchuto. Malchutecha Malchut Kol Olamim. Umemshaltecha Bechol Dor Vador. Somech Adonai Lechol Hanoflim V'zochef Lechol Hakfufim. Einei Hol Elecha Yisabeiro. Da'ata Notain Lahem Et Achlam Be'ito. Poteach Et Yadecha Umaspia Lechol Chayratzon. Tzadik Adonai Bechol Derachav V'chasid Bechol Ma'asav. Karov Adonai Lechol Korav. Lechol Asher Yigra'uhu Ve'emet. Ritzon Yire'av Ya'aseh Ve'et Shavatam Yishma V'yoshiem. Shomer Adonai Et Kol Ohavav V'Ekol Harshaim Yashmid. Tehillat Adonai Yidaber Pei. Vivarech Kol Basar Shem Kodsho Le'olam Va'ed. Va'anachnu Nevarech Yah Me'ata V'ad Olam. Hallelujah. Okay.
Sharon, I wasn't on the page when you were talking about something about it being an acrostic. What did that refer to? That each stanza starts with a certain letter
The
or
alphabet.
and the alphabet. Okay.
It's Aleph first, and Bet, the second line, Gimel, third line, Daled, the fourth line, and so forth. Okay. Somebody want to start reading? It's a little challenging. Okay, but you can do it. I know.
Yeah, no, whoops, here we go. I'm going to listen this time if you don't mind. And I know in my synagogue, it's always the young kids, like before their bat mitzvah, they get up there and they like speed read it. But
Right.
there's no way you could follow it.
Usually, we do it with, alternatively. First the Chazan and then the congregation back and forth.
Oh, no.
That's how it's traditionally done. But kids want to show off their reading skills. Okay. Arlene, you're going to read?
Ashrei Yosh Ve Beiteha Od Yehal Hallelujah
Perfect. Yeah.
Selah. Ashrei Ha'am Shebacha
Shakaf.
Sheka Va
Now they're both. It's up and
Sheka.
up.
Yeah, okay. Sheka Lo Ashrei Ha'am Adonai Elohav.
Beautiful. Do you
Should
want
I-
to do a little bit more? Yeah.
A little more. Tehillah le David. Ro Mimcha Elohai Hamelech
Mhm.
Va'avarcha Shimcha Le'olam Vayed. V'kol Yom Ahecha Va'achal Hala Shimcha Le'olam Vayed. Do you want to give someone else a chance?
Well, let's finish that.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Gadol Adonai.
Okay.
Gadol Adonai Hulal Mich Od V'Lig Dulato Ein Heker. Dor Lidor Yeshabat Maasecha Ugevu Rotecha Yagi Do.
Beautiful. That was so good. All right.
I think I need new glasses too. It's hard.
I think you're great.
Easier to see it big. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And the next line begins with Hadar. Anyone want to give it a try? Celia?
Hadar Kovod Hu Deka Videvare Nif Le Oteka Asa Ase
See.
Asi Ha The Eret Zes Vor I'm sorry, that's wrong.
The Azuz.
The Zeus Nor O Teka
Mhm.
Yo Meru U Du Teka Sa That's a P Sa Na. Can I stop?
No, keep going.
The
It's too long a prayer.
Rav to Vika Ya you the Zid Ka Teka
Mhm.
Ra Nenu Ha Non the Ra Home Adonai Eret Apayim Uf Dal Hamet.
Ha said. It's a song. Okay, that was beautiful, Celia. Thanks. Anyone else want to give it a try? Okay, Cindy. Tove.
Tov Adonai Laho Viracha Mav Al Kol Ma'ashav Yod is that what Yo
The
Do
dog.
Durach. I was confused because of that line at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pro.
Adonai Kol Ma'a Shecha Vacha Si Recha Yavar Chucha
Uh-huh.
Kivod Malchutcha Yomeru Vug Vu Ratcha Yada Var no Yada Yada Beru
Yep.
Lehu Di Leave Nay Dam Givu Ro is that okay? Givu Ro Tav Uv no Uch no Uch
Yeah.
what
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Uch Vod
Right.
Hadar Malkuto.
Great.
Going?
Yeah, do one more.
Okay. Malchut Ha Malchut, Kol, wait. Olamim,
Olamim.
Olamim, wait. Umameh, wait, that's a tough one.
The two dots are silent there. Umem.
Okay, all right. I thought when the two letters were together, you said both vowels.
Well, you could, but there it's
Okay,
it's too hard.
okay, that's why I was having trouble.
Well,
Umam,
there's a shva under both of the letters, but that's two different vowels. It's when there's the two dots going underneath each other. When they're together, the first one's silent, the second one's pronounced.
okay. Umam, Shal. Okay, so then you'll say it together because there's two dots, right?
And then shal.
Umam, Shal, Ticha.
That's it. Yeah.
Bikol, wait. Kavol, door, right?
Uh-huh.
Vador.
Right.
So Mecha, Adonai, Lechol, Hanoflim, Vizor, Cain.
Case. That's a final say.
Oh, final. Okay.
We
Cave.
don't see that too often. There's a case.
Okay. Cave. Lechol. Hach. Fu. Fame. Is that right?
Theme. Yeah.
Theme. Theme. Keep going.
Sure. I don't think we're having a lot of other takers. So go ahead.
Okay.
Do one more and then we'll see if someone else
Okay.
wants to try.
Sure. Ane, Cole, Elech, Elecha,
Uh-huh.
Yeshab, wait. Yes, wait, yes.
It's just the two dots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baru,
Uh-huh. Beirut.
sorry, Beirut. The Ta, Notain, Lahem, Et, Achlam, Beito, Po, Teach,
That's
no,
right. You're right.
Po, Techa, no, Bo,
You're right first.
is that a, wait, it's a,
Hey,
right?
yeah.
Otech, et, Yardecha, umis, bia, lechol, high,
Right.
Radzone.
Beautiful, Cindy. But
Thank
everyone, just look at that first line, because just as a reminder, the poteach, the first word in that last line that Cindy read, when the chet comes at the end of a word with the underneath it, that you read the first. It's poteach. Okay. And anyone want to try the next? Sadiq. Okay. Arlene's going to get a double turn. Arlene.
Does anyone else want to do it?
I didn't see anyone putting
Because
their.
all I'm doing is trying. I mean,
Go ahead. Thank you.
Sadiq Adonai Bechol de Rahav V'ha seed b'kol ma'asav karov Adonai l'kol korav l'kol asher yikrahu be'emet. Rutson v're'av ra'aseh v'et sharatan yishma v'osi yam. Aim. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav v'et kol harshaim yashmid. Tehillah Adonai yad ver ki yi va reich kol basar same karsho leolam vaed ya'ananu ne barech yah me'ata ve'ad olam hallelujah.
Yes, hallelujah. That was
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
good job, everybody. Yes, Cindy.
So I have a cute story about Oshrey. When my oldest son Josh had his bar mitzvah, my youngest son Zachary did Oshrey. So Zachary was only 8, and it took all his power not to crack up whenever it said PRP. He just thought that was the funniest thing ever. But
That's great. That's great. I love it.
Very
That's
cute.
true. For 8-year-olds,
yeah, that's silly.
it's exactly on the mark.
Yeah,
You got
like
it.
please don't laugh.
That's so funny. That's so cool.
But he got through it, okay.
He did a beautiful
But
job.
he kept on thinking about that as he was going to.
Yeah, PRP, yeah. It'll always stick with me.
That's
P is
funny.
your mouth. Pat is your mouth. When you put it together with another word, words of your mouth. You dot bear P.
Okay.
So, okay, that was great. So we can begin. I just wanted to start like the, let's look. Does everybody have Hineni, that book? I don't think you all have it, do you? Yeah,
What is it? Show it to us.
this one here. I don't think everybody bought it. Let me see if I have the page saved. I think I do.
Are you talking about this book?
Yeah, I just wanted to go over the order of the service, and it's in there on page 135. I think I saved it. Hold on one second. I'll try and find it. There it is. Okay, so this is everything that we've done so far this summer, beautifully. Some of the prayers were part of the Friday night service, but this is the whole Saturday morning service. So the first part of the service, it's called the Shema and its blessings.
And that's the part.
Okay, so this is after the early part of the service that usually people aren't there for. And then begins the main part of the service with the Baruch Hu, which is the call to prayer. And then Yotzer Or we did was a prayer. And then we go into the Shema, which is the call to prayer also.
And then
The Ahavta is the first paragraph. The Shema.
And then
And then Mi Chamocha is how we know that the Amida is going to start with right after Mi Chamocha. And then the Amida is the meat of the service. And that's the Avot, the Imahot, Vurot, Kedusha. We did all of this. These were all the different parts of the Amida, the Avodah, and then finally the thanking part. And then Sim Shalom, Elohei Nitzur, that was the prayer you said to yourself, Modeh. And Oseh Shalom, it ends the Amida. Oseh Shalom. And then the Torah service starts with Ein Kamocha, Av HaRachamim is when they start walking the Torah around. Ki Mitzion is when they come back on the Bima. And then the Torah blessings, Yerchot HaTorah, which we did. And then everyone sings V'zot HaTorah. And then there's a blessing before the Haftarah. And then Ashrei is after that, after the Haftarah. And Eitz Chaim He. And that's when the Torah service is over and they close it, they put the Torah back. And then the ending part of Shabbat is Aleinu, the Kiddush, and Ein Keloheinu. And then some shuls do Adon Olam also there. Okay, so you did all of that. You might not remember it all, but we did it all. So that was great. So for next week, I wanted to start doing some of the different blessings that there are and the Birkat HaMazon, because I don't know if you do that after your Kiddush in synagogue or not, if they say Birkat HaMazon, but it's a good thing to know. And if anybody else wants to give me some things that they'd like to go over from the service, let me know. You can let me know now if you want. Let me see. Let me stop this. Okay, here we are. Cindy.
Maybe you're going to mention it, but what's after next week? Like, I mean, I know we're done with this class, but what about future?
So then I think they're going to send out some kind of note. You get the Women's League's notice with advertising the classes for the fall, the Hebrew classes for the fall.
Okay.
I think they probably won't do it till the end of August, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I think they're planning on starting in October after maybe the end of September.
So what do you recommend for us then? For
Definitely the intermediate.
Really?
Well, or the advanced beginners.
Yes, we get it.
Yeah, whichever you think you feel comfortable with. But I think some of you might be okay in the intermediate.
I wouldn't mind repeating, things, going over them, but what's the difference between an advanced beginner and an intermediate class?
I think they're thinking of using this for the advanced beginners.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's
Right.
what they're planning. I'm not sure, but they're toying with it last
Yeah.
week. And then the intermediate, I think they're doing more of the like holiday services, Pesach and Hanukkah and Sukkot and Chatorah, and maybe some more of the grammar and the meanings of the prayers.
What was the first group that you said? The last one you said was the intermediate. What was the first one you explained?
Advanced beginners.
Yeah.
Advanced beginners. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I would mind going over, going through this book with somebody,
Right.
Would you be giving it, Sharon, going through?
No, we didn't get that for you. So we'll see. But we still have to get together once in a while, even if
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
we'll have a get together,
We'll have a reunion.
because I want to check in how you're doing.
Between now and October sounds like such a long time, you know, from week to week. It's, you know, I forget some of the letters. I go back over the Debbie Friedman song a lot.
Right, it helps. Okay, so anything else you want to go over next week besides your Katamazon? Cindy?
Betty, if you want to participate
Cindy,
in
you
that.
muted yourself.
Yeah, you have to unmute.
I'm
I'm listening.
I was going over like notes from past classes. Do you have access to the book that we used originally?
Shalom Aleichem.
Yeah. I have a question on a word on page 34.
I think I have it here. Maybe not.
I can tell you the word.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll spell it for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's a sadi with the 2 snake eyes under it,
Okay.
an aleph, a tet with the shva under it,
Right.
a het with the 3 dots, and a final mem.
Okay.
So my question, it's under sounded shva, but my question is, why would you say that shva? Is it seichem or
It's
seichem?
Seit. That ends a syllable, so it's Seitchem.
Okay, that's what, so why is it saying that you would say it? It's under sounded shva.
Where does it say that? It says it there somewhere?
Well, on the page, it says sounded shva,
Uh-huh.
and that's listed as one of the times where you would say it, but I don't understand why, unless it's
Me
just a
either.
mistake.
I think it should be silent. I'll try and find it on the page, but I can't find
Yeah,
it.
it's actually the second to last word right above silent shva,
Yeah, but it's in the,
page 34.
I don't have it here. I must have,
Okay.
I think I gave it to my granddaughter the other day.
Geraldine's holding it up.
Oh, okay.
Is that the right way?
Yep, it's this word
It
right
is, but
here.
I can't see. It says the sound it's fun. It gives you examples, you mean? huh?
Right, right.
Seitchem. I guess you could say it. Seitchem. But it doesn't make sense to me to say it.
Okay, that's what
You
I
know,
thought.
yeah, because
Okay.
it's the end of the syllable. So I guess either one would be okay.
Okay.
I'll have to ask somebody who's a grammarian.
And someone was
I
asking me a
do
question.
have a friend who is a grammarian. She knows everything about Hebrew grammar.
Wow.
I'll ask her when I talk to her. It makes her happy when I ask her questions. Okay. So no one, Betty, we're going to say something?
No, I think somebody was about to say something to me before.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you wanted, you should email Julia and Ellen about the bat mitzvah class. It may or may not be too late.
Right, which is what you didn't hear me say it before, but when I got on, I was a couple of minutes late because I had just finished sending an email to them about the bat mitzvah class. Because when I read it at first, it said it starts in September. And then, just too many things come on my plate here, this past month with everything going on. So I finally got to it. And did you say 4 of you are in the class?
I think there's 5 of us. Well, I think there's 4 in the makeup class, and then Arlene from Memphis is the one that got us started.
What's the makeup class?
That's what we're doing. That's what the 4 of us are doing. Because it started last September, October. Is that right, Arlene from Memphis?
It's probably, I guess I would call your class catch up.
Catch up, yeah.
Catching up.
Yeah.
And what kind of things are they discussing or teaching you? That's my question. I don't know what this class is going to be about because it's not even a bat mitzvah at the end because that's like 2 or 3 years down the road. So I don't understand what this is.
How would you describe it? Like last night, we talked about kashrut. We've talked about the, help me out, ladies. We talked about kashrut. We've talked about Shabbat and the services, the Saturday morning service and the order.
Different prayers and blessings.
The different prayers and blessings.
Now, is that recorded?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, they record, they hand us the books, the chapters to read. They send that to us, and then we can refer to the recordings from their classes that they've had before. So sometimes it might be a couple recordings, plus we have to read some chapters, and then we come to class and discuss what we've read. So
okay.
yeah, there are two books.
Yeah, and can you see this book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then the other one is Entering Jewish Prayer.
Mhm.
I can send it to you right now if.
Oh,
And
thank
then
you.
all the original classes, yeah, like Carolyn said, all the original classes, the one they took this past year, they're all recorded.
Yeah.
And
Except-
they're on the website under bat
for-
mitzvah.
Right. Yeah.
On the women's
Yeah.
league. Yeah, so. Cindy, you are muted, honey.
Cindy,
Who do we contact?
Julia Loeb.
Julia, okay.
But since if she's not feeling well, you could contact Ellen Bresnick.
But she's sending out emails, so
Ellen Bresnick, I'll send you her email.
Julia's she sent an email yesterday, so she's doing things.
On the original note, there was 2 people's names to send to, so I just
Yeah,
sent
they're
it.
the co-chair, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
I'm gonna plug this one more time before we leave. Tomorrow I celebrate 1 year since I started. My first service was 1 year ago on Zoom. I've been Zooming ever since. Okay, so
Mazel
How
tov.
are you?
Very nice.
You've
Yeah.
Tov and Mazel Tov.
Sharon, I didn't hear what you said.
I said you have come so far in a year. Look at all that you know.
I'm clawing my way through everything. So
So we should sing for Jerry Lynn, Mazel Tov and Simon Tov and Simon Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Simon Tov and Simon Tov and Mazel Tov. Hey, hey,
I think I heard that song before. Okay, I should practice that.
But
But anyway, I'm just thankful. I'm celebrating, and I'm thankful for the encouragement. And I just am so pressed with the. Every time you all are read, I get tickled inside when I hear you all reading.
Me too.
You know,
It's
I love it. Thank you so much.
Everyone should
All
be
right.
proud of themselves.
Well, it's been wonderful being with you, and I hope to be here next week, but if not, see you all soon. I hope that I'll be able to make the week.
Okay.
And I put in the
Thank-
chat thing, the 2 books that we're using for our, I know Arlene and but for Betty and
Cindy.
Cindy.
Look in the chat, Betty.
Yeah. Can
Where
you
am I
see
looking?
it, Betty and Cindy?
I see it, yeah. I'm writing it down.
Okay.
So there's
2 books.
classes going on, is that it? Or
Say that again?
It would be wonderful if we all could do it together.
I know, that'd be fun.
Love it.
We'll just take over. Woohoo!
I think my friend is in your catch-up class.
Mary,
who's
come with us.
Who is that? Who's your friend?
Eileen Rubin.
She was
I
here.
think Last night.
What is she doing? She was there last night.
Yeah, she's going to take the bat mitzvah class because she was, I don't know why, she was bat mitzvah and she's very knowledgeable, but she's.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I
is
thought she was the
last night.
assistant instructor.
I
Okay.
thought she was a teacher too, one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she does the Macomb at noon hour.
Does she?
Yeah. Thank you, Sharon.
Also, the Hebrew this Hebrew class, that's a requirement of this bat mitzvah
Right.
class, is to
Right.
take Hebrew.
Yeah.
Do you think to be in the bat mitzvah class, you have to go through intermediate? How will it work? If I took advanced beginner, just because I don't think I want to skip.
Yeah, we've got a long time. We got
I
like
don't
2
think
years.
it matters. I think they just want you to be where you're comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's all that matters. I don't think there's a
Right.
requirement.
And are these books just books that we are acquiring on our own?
Yeah.
I wrote down the name and the author, so
Yeah.
we have to purchase them, right?
I bought them on
And look-
Amazon. Amazon.
And
I
look,
got-
well, I was gonna say, look on eBay also. I think I got a book, one of the books on eBay. And
Oh,
it's,
okay.
I book
might be
thrift
less
books-
money.
Yeah, thrift books was my best bet. You know, instead of paying 25 and 30, I paid like $6. So
Okay.
that's my
Good
new
to
best
know.
friend.
On eBay. Wow.
So just email me if there's anything you want me to go over next week. And also, if you don't, I'm just going to give you some Hebrew practice reading, not necessarily, but some stories maybe.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Sharon. Thank you so much, everybody. But
please
thank
record-
you,
Yes.
Sharon.
Please record the class next week also.
Hopefully we'll see.
Just in case I don't get there.
Okay, we will.
But thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
everyone. Have a wonderful
Okay,
week.
everybody have a good
Have a good
weekend.
weekend. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.
Enjoy.
Shabbat
So long,
shalom.
my
Shabbat shalom.
sisters.
Bye.
See y'all back to Shabbat
Mazel
shalom.
tov, Geraldine.
Well, thank you,
Mazel
my
tov.
sisters.
Yes, Mazel Tov. How are
That's-
you celebrating? You're going to do?
I'm going to the shul.
Yeah.
You're
Tonight and
welcome.
tomorrow. I'm going. That's, my second time.
Good
well,
for
my
you.
third, fourth time. I'm
Yeah.
going. Watch out,
Good.
Columbia. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.